Hello everyone, welcome to another casted game of AoE 4. Today on the left we have Vortex as Joan of Arc. And we can see her over here. I don't think we can really see her on her hero's path, but she's going there. You can see she's gaining XP for building these buildings. Meanwhile, over here we got Lucifron in the yellow playing as the Byzantines. He's stacking up that oil currently. He's gone for a bit of a build where he's gathered almost all his berry patch really early on. Both these civs, by the way, extremely powerful. Both of these are S tier civs, in my opinion. Like, none of the other civs on the ladder right now are actually really close. And I wonder, if you're gonna go for, like, this strat where you, like, take all your berries really fast, then it might be better to go for the other landmark, the stables, just because you don't actually have that much left to gather here anymore. So it's not really going to come back. This landmark, by the way, the Grand Winery, an extra 60% olive oil. This is what they have here. They can use it to get mercenaries. So yeah, if you're gonna if you're gonna gather your berries early before you get the Grand Winery, it might be better to get the other one, which is a stable, and it gives you a unique ability that boosts your damage and health regen and speed for your cavalry. So it's pretty nice. But this one is more of the meta pick right now. And Joan of Arc, so Byzantines is very strong. Joan of Arc is just on another level because Joan of Arc is basically French. All the landmarks are the same. Not really much has changed. Her civ is French, except they have a hero unit. And also, she has some crazy abilities. She's probably gonna get hero status in a little bit, but she has an ability, Sanctify, decreases the food costs of the buildings. And so it's just the keep ability of the French, except you don't actually need to build a keep and you can just get in feudal. So, and not to mention, like, Joan herself. Joan is an absolute beast. Now we have stacked up quite a bit of olive oil. This is almost enough to get a unit out, or to get a batch of mercenaries out. Okay, so we are going to see barracks right now. Also, so the way it works for the Byzantines, they can spend their olive oil on one of 3 contracts, Western, Eastern, Silk Road, and they choose between Keshet, Longbow, and Jav Thrower. But they can also come over here and build it over here on the trade post, and you'll see now there are mercenaries here that the Byzantines can hire if they build their trade post next to the... or if they build their mercenary houses next to the trade post. First Royal Knight out on the field right now. It's making its way over. How's Joan doing? Joan is going over to solo a boar. Just Joan things, don't worry about it. Wow, she's actually... that's insane how well she's doing versus that boar. Alright, Lucifron getting some spears out. Needs to be careful though, this Royal Knight is circling. Yep, and so we've got her abilities right here. Holy Wrath, AoE, 20 damage. Divine Restoration, she gets to heal all the friendly units. Yeah, and the way he's using Joan right now, he's just looking for these boars, and he's just going to take them because these also give experience. Behind it, it's actually going to be a second TC as well. The olive oil has been stacked up a lot so far. So we are going to see, yep, it is going to, okay, it's going to be the Silk Road mercenary contract. And that kind of makes sense versus the French, because Jav Throwers are very good against Knight civs. Jav Thrower Donzo, very good against, Knight Archer. And these Liteni are also, these Liteni have taken the spot for the best spearmen in the game from the Donzo, in my opinion, because these things can 1v1 archers. Like, they move slower, so you can kite them, obviously. But for a frontline unit, they're just so good. Right. I wonder if I go back, can I see how much experience we're at? Oh my god, she's already halfway there, and she hasn't even fought anything. This is crazy. You'll see how insane. We've also, we're used the Sanctify on our School of Cavalry. I do think... okay, so using Sanctify in your School of Cavalry, I do think it's probably... you do save a bit more food. As you can see, food cost reduced for units by 25%. But if you're not going to be making knights, it might be better to just get the TC for a little bit. Alright. Ooh. And he's actually going for a bunch of olive groves here. These olive groves are actually kind of different from farms. They generate olive oil as well as they only cost 60 wood instead of 75. So all around pretty good. Pretty good. Yeah, he's just circling with the knights. Have we gotten... Okay, we do have some Jav Thors out. You only get 4 of these. Well, you get 4 of these for a mercenary contract. It looks like I can't actually see them, which is odd. The issue is, Vortex is on 2 TC, and Lucifron probably has to know this by now. But not too much he can do. Ooh. Watch out, Joan of Arc. Joan of Arc can like just... You can't let her get on top of your army, because she'll pop her Holy Wrath, and there it is. You know, it does a bunch of damage. It is not fun to deal with. These Liteni, they have an ability which gives them negative move speed, negative attack speed, but it decreases their range damage taken by 50%, and it's absolutely broken. As well as they also have a extra 100 health from regular spears. Joan taking some damage, but it doesn't even matter because she's going to be healing up for 1.5 when she's out of combat. And now it's an archer transition, and you can't really get enough Donzos or Jav Throwers out to kind of deal with this. Oh, and it's going to be a Knight Raid. Lucifron reacting fast, he can actually pop an ability to give him extra armor if he's cognizant of that. He didn't. Well, he didn't even need to, actually, so it's fine. Ooh, these Vills back here kind of trapped though, unfortunately. 2 Vills gonna lose their lives. It looks like. Oh, he's not gonna kill them. Decides that 2 Vills not worth all these knights, and he's definitely worth it. He is still gonna lose a knight though. Might try to find a Vill. He does not. Alright, how is these archers looking? We have 2 archery range currently producing. We're getting more stables out, and this is the great thing about playing Joan, is that you don't need to like put all your production around where you're gonna place your keep. You can place it wherever. And let's look in the blacksmith, because we got a unique technology here. Joan gets all the techs that French get, in addition to this one, which consecrated buildings also reduce the wood and gold costs. And by the way, you can't just consecrate your archery range and your stable. You can consecrate all your buildings, including your TC, your keeps, which also get a new unit, siege workshops, barracks, everything. Lucifron only went 1 TC, and he's just been, for the most part, pumping units. But as you can see, Vortex actually almost has twice the army value of him, and I don't think Joan even counts as a unit. So it's going to be very, very hard for him. Oh, yeah, it's probably going to be another Vill kill as well. The wall does go up. Joan didn't even get damage on that villager that went down right here, but she still got XP, which I didn't realize she could do. Lucifron just trying to stay alive. He's going for his 2nd TC now, but he's already 10 Vills behind. Did he even mine stone for this? Yeah, but he didn't have to mine that much stone, because one thing is about the Byzantines is they get this they get stone every time they produce a building, which is very nice considering all of these stuff cost stone. I knew that when I saw like the here, I'll stop talking actually, because it looks like we're gonna get a big fight, or maybe not. Oh my god, and Vortex going castle behind this as well. It's just so hard. It's just so hard when you're fighting against Joan. Yeah, if you want to get lots of points, just play Joan. Because this unit, you can definitely abuse this character right now. It's way better than Roos ever was, in my opinion. Alright. So now is Lucifron. Lucifron's looking to go castle himself. However, it's gonna be pretty hard for him. And one thing about Joan is, I believe, yeah, she can capture sacred sites. So he could immediately start capping this sacred site over here. Which is, you know, Joan definitely not powerful enough. She needed the ability to cap sacred sites as well. And Lucifron's just playing full turtle. These Liteni are really, really good. And these jav throwers, only 8 jav throwers though. You ideally, okay, he's gonna get another one out. He has both of these on Conscriptio. That's not really what you're supposed to do. You want to have one of them on Dialectius, just so you can get your text out faster, but it doesn't really matter at this point. Is Lucifron castle? Because it's saying he has access to Vargarian Guard. I think that must be a bug, because, yeah, Lucifron's not castle. I don't know why it was letting us build that. The issue is that Jav throwers against castle archers can actually wreck them because they get through the ranged defense, and it's not fun. Not fun. Okay, let's see. We're about to force a fight. Lucifron can't hold this. He's trying to get this cistern up right now, but he's not. He's gonna have to fight against castle units with his feudal ones. He's actually doing really well here. Lucifron taking a bad fight, thinking he could fight the Liteni, but the Liteni are really good. They're not even getting two-shot by these Castle Age archers. And yeah, this is why the Mali French matchup is so favored. Oh, but now Joan got level 3, and once Joan gets level 3, it's all over because she gets these Joan champions, and they get bonus damage versus spears, and they just start wrecking everything. That fight was going in Lucifron's favor, but then Joan got level 3. And then it kind of just all goes over. Yeah, and everything's going to get cleaned up. If it wasn't for these champions, then Lucifron would have won that fight. But they're taking barely any damage. Joan also has an aura that's buffing up her companions right now, I think. Yeah, they're gaining an extra armor. And these companions, they're like regular man-at-arms, except they have more health, more damage, and they have a bonus damage +8 against spearmen, which is crazy good. Lucifron trying to fight back. He should actually try to pop this button, Accio defense. I think he forgot about it though. That would actually give all his vills extra armor and more weapons, but it's really hard to remember in the thick of things. And these are the same champions, I think. Yeah, and it's just over for Lucifron, sitting at 50, only sitting at 20 vills less, but he has no army, and he's not really producing at all right now. Let's see. All right. Vortex did back up for a second. He's stacking up enough food to go Imperial, by the way, while he's doing all this. Let's see how many buildings he's managed to sanctify. Okay, he finally did his TC. I feel like it's a little late. Has he gotten the upgrade over here? No, this upgrade's really, really good, actually. I would get that before any other upgrades when you hit castle. Definitely. We also have the guild hall. He probably got all that food by taking the food from the guild hall, I believe. This TC, by the way, it also it's got way less attack now. There's only 7 spots, and it's got only 6 range now, and it's also shooting slower. And so just a couple man-at-arms is going to be enough to take it out. The jav throwers and stuff are out, but it's kind of too late. If he got a mercenary house up there, he could get some Musafati, but right now he just needs crossbows. Crossbows, he could also go Vargarian Guards. These things are actually not bad. Yeah, he's getting some Vargarian Guards out. And he does have his cistern. How much flask does he have? He has 3 flasks. Okay. Actually, ideally what you want here would be cataphracts, because cataphracts, they actually beat the veteran royal knights in a 1v1. They beat the archers, they destroy the archers, they destroy the men-at-arms. And, yeah, these, unfortunately, Lucifron, doesn't have the stables. He could get them. He does have the gold. Like, you would really love to see some cataphracts out right now. I think that would get him back in the game if he could get a solid mass of cataphracts. But I say that, look how much resource Lucifron's getting, then look at just how much resource Vortex has. He's not even really committing that hard, and it's going to be a red palace. Interesting decision to put it back here. I mean, you could put your red palace right there. There's nothing Lucifron could do to stop you. But I mean, if you go for the red palace drop in your opponent's base. One other thing, red palace drop way better with Joan because she's giving nearby villas extra construction speed. So if you didn't need another buff, that's another buff for her. These jab throwers doing well against the archers, but nothing really to take out the champions. And these champions, by the way, are free. Joan can summon them every so often. Yeah, and it's just so hard. Looks like she summoned another 3. And, like, imagine this fight without the champions. Ooh, we're activating our Berserker Rage. They're, the Vargarian Guard putting away their shields, taking out their two-handed axes. It does make them very susceptible to the archers, but archers are all dead. Lucifron, again, has no army, and this time he decides to tap out. GG from both players. Alright, thank you for watching. Have a great day.